What's up, guys? Dustin here, and oh, you can't see anything, can you? Kind of like some of my matches yesterday. Proper lighting is always important. Oh, but oof. Here, let me fix that. No, that was fine. But there we go. Okay. Proper lighting is very important for tournament matches, but a lot of people entered and they used what they got, so I can't blame them too much. So just looking back at the tournament, losing in round 1 was a real bummer, especially since I bubbled out at 19th place. If I was X and 1 by the end, I definitely would have made top 16, but within that tournament, out of the 3 rounds, I faced 4 purple decks. Jesus. Only one red Omnimon deck. And 1 green deck. And a weird red-blue deck. I'm not really sure what it was doing. I don't think he ever hit Mega. It might have been like a weird champion rush or something along those lines. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was, because I don't remember him ever going up to Ultimate. Was it the first round? No. First round was terrible. First I bricked, and then I did okay, but I don't think I ever hit Omnimon. Meanwhile, his deck went off without a hitch again. It was an okay match, but definitely didn't go great. Round 2 was against green. I don't know if there's merit to the deck he was using, but nothing worked out for him at all. I don't know if that's because Omnimon was just too strong, or if his deck just couldn't operate properly. Round 3 and 4 was against 2 more purples, and I beat both of them. I'm fairly certain it was round 3 and 4. And I was extremely thankful for teching in Giga Blaster. I think Giga Blaster is extremely important in Omnimon. In fact, as much credit as Gaia Force gets, I really didn't use it much at all. But part of that was due to my misfortune of Gaia Force literally almost never being in my security throughout the entire tournament. I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times in the security. Meanwhile, Omnimon was there all the time, which, I mean, kind of good, kind of. I think it was round 5 where I faced the other red Omnimon. Now, I could be wrong. It might have been round 4, but I think it was round 5. And, whew, I was so dumb. In a mirror match, you want every advantage you can get. And I gave that to him because I forgot to put the security out. Now, of course, I'm going to try to see if he'll just be okay with letting me put the top 5 security out, because realistically it doesn't matter, but I knew better. As soon as he was saying, let's call a judge, it was like, yes, alright, that's completely fair. I don't know if I'd do the same, because I'd probably do the same. I'm very lenient when it comes to rule sharking and stuff, but at the same time it was a $25 tournament entry, even if the pricing was very meh. But as soon as the judge was called, I knew I was going to get a game loss. I actually felt bad for the judge because she seemed like really hesitant to give it out, and I was like, I really hope people weren't like yelling at her for giving out game losses that they deserved. I definitely deserved that game loss, but enough about that. So following that game loss, though, I went on to win the next 2 games against him and claim the round. I don't know if he ever actually hit Omnimon. I tried really hard, first of all, to not let him hit Omnimon, but second of all, to make sure that when I saw his 4-cost tie tamer out, that if he had a big mega, either I had a blocker down or something to get rid of it, because I didn't want to get hit for like 3 damage. Now this is a good time to pull the pack before I talk about my crushing defeat against purple again. I really hope it's not a purple pack. I really hope it's not a purple pack. Oh, of course. I mean, Diaboromon's a black card, but of course. So, I was actually really confident in game 1. There was a point where I had, I think, 4 security left to his 0 security, and I was like, ooh, I got this. It was like going so good for me, and I'm trying to remember his board setup because he lasted a turn or 2 at 0 while I was at like 4. No, he had 3 security left and I had 4. Something like that. Anyway. Oh, no, he had 3 security left, but I had 5 attackers. Did he play a Magnadramon? That might have been it. Maybe he was at like 1 and brought it back up. Anyway. Then he has a Vilemon on the field, which is whatever. I think he plays Impmon or something. It doesn't really matter. And then he finishes it by playing a Piedmon, bringing out a, I want to say a Wizardmon and another Vilemon. Now for attackers, I have 2 rookies and 3 Magnadramon. Now this is important because I attacked with my 3 Magnadramon, brought him down to 0 security, but I couldn't get the last 2 attacks in. Now what I could do, and I did do, is play Giga Destroyer to get rid of his Impmon and the Wizardmon, but that left him with the 2 Vilemon, a Piedmon, maybe something else. I don't think there was something else, and something for him to bring out of the nursery area. To put it simply, he had just enough to take me from the security I had, which I think at that point was 2. Like, he was slowly bringing the game back, but I still had a lot of confidence. And take me down to 0. And now, the reason I'm really upset is because I left him with 1 memory. Which means, of those 2 Vilemon, he could only attack with 1. And he couldn't even evolve 1 to attack, because if he evolved 1, it would throw it back to my side. And the reason this is upsetting is because if I had just attacked with my Monodramon, reflecting on this loss, then he would have blocked it with both of his Vilemons. And then instead of attacking his 3 security with my 3 Phoenixmon, I could have just attacked 1 of his security with my Phoenixmon, attacked his 2 Vilemons with my 2 other Phoenixmons, and then blew up his Wizardmon and Impmon with Giga Destroyer. And I believe I had a Digimon in Raising Area, which means that unless he had like another Piedmon in hand, he couldn't even play it because it put him at 1. And I'm fairly certain he would have been completely out of Vilemon at that point. Then next turn, even if he swung into one of my Phoenixmon with his Piedmon to activate Vengeance to get rid of it, so 2 Phoenixmon, 2 security, he would have had no blockers for me to he would have had no blockers next turn for me to swing into his security with the 2 Phoenixmon and bring the Digimon out of Raising Area. I didn't even recognize that this was a rare. Because our super rare, of course, is Piedmon. Jesus. You know the card I pulled last night? You might not have saw it, but it was Lilithmon. Is this like sending me a message? Stop with Omnimon and go purple? Oh, that's so infuriating. Now, game 2 against him didn't go nearly as well. Like, there was no what ifs. I had like 3 Omnimon, a Giga Destroyer, and 2 Terraforce in hand at the end. Just really terrible draws. My deck just bricked there. After that, I think that was round 6 where I got my second loss. I ended up facing the really weird red-blue deck, which it functioned okay. I still don't know if it was like a Champion Rush deck because he seems to have not even wanted the Agumon in the deck, to the one that lets you grab Tamers. But a lot of his stuff was having Leomon come out. I saw Vidramon, the restanding one, other things. I felt bad because I kept like questioning him and like he never did anything wrong. I just like at one point I forgot that he had the two cost ties in the back because I wasn't used to them being there. So I was like, isn't that 6K? Oh no, it actually is 8K. Because I was thinking that maybe he was counting its inherited effect as its main effect and so on. Just stuff like that. Or he would swing and like his mic would be dead or something. Or he'd swing before he thought about where he wanted to swing. I don't know, but like he'd pause for a few seconds and I'd just assume he was attacking security. And then I'd flip the security and be like, no, I'm attacking this. And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he genuinely wanted to attack the thing and it had nothing to do with the security I revealed. And that either he was having mic problems or thinking about things after the fact. But I ended up winning that match. And that was all 7 rounds. So much purple. But apparently some people didn't even fight purple, but I'm pretty sure purple made up the majority of the tournament. Maybe I fought so many purple because I was like X and 1 and then X and 2 near the end, so I ended up staying within like the higher tier of the tournament. And the only times I fought off meta decks were the green, where I was literally 0 and 1 when I got the first round loss. So I was paired with someone else who lost right away, and then at the end where I was X and 2, essentially coming directly after my losses. I'm probably going to clip up that stream just to get rid of all the dead air time, because there was a lot of dead air time, especially waiting for results, where there was a conundrum with table 2 that took an hour and a half for the judges to deliberate on. I don't blame the judges though. They were just doing their jobs, of course. It was just really annoying for me. That's all. I wish they ruled it as a double loss. Like I don't actually know what the situation was. I thought the situation was that they both intentionally declared a draw, which was illegal, and that they'd be punished accordingly, which I assumed would be a double loss. But that might not have been the situation at all. That's just what I heard. Uh, and if it was a double loss for both of them, then I might have actually placed in the top 16. I don't know. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's all for today, folks. Until next time, stay wholesome.